Oh, Lord. Unhappy campers in the stream. Adrian Blom, I know you're upset at me for that musical choice, but I do love me some Brian Eno, especially when he's teamed up with those fellas. Talking about Cluster. What a band that was. How they could bleed to tears. All right, Scraddles. I got Scraddles in my lap right now. She knows the rules. She knows it's art time. Time to get off the lap. But she is protesting. Adrian Blanc clarifies, it's the spinning, Davis. I hate the spinning. Oh, okay. I apologize. We'll change it up. No, we won't. We'll keep that for a while. Because I did work for a long time with it. Little McBoosh Douchebag, welcome to the stream. Kate Waxlover, welcome to you as well. Giving me the Vulcan hand signal. That, from what I believe, it means I'm going to sexually abuse you. I don't know. If you didn't like it, talk to Gene Roddenberry. Bit of a guy. Says, I hate the spinning, Davis. I hate the spinning. All right, Scraddles. You know you gotta move.
I'm not gonna move. You can't move me.
Yes, I can. I can pick you up.
I'll bite your nose. I'll do it. I've got a biter and I'm not afraid to use it, you son of a bitch.
Oh, whoa. Okay. Hey. Back down. Back.
I'll bite your nose. I'll bite your beard. You like that?
All right. No scraddling. It's art time. Okay. Listen. Calm down. Oh my God. She's definitely in a mood. Davis, she looks like a puppet. All right. Nothing wrong with that. Trying to make her look as much like a sex doll as possible. Now, we are going to flesh some things out. See how much farther we can get with this. Scraddles, no more. We do not fuck around when it's art time. You know this.
Davis is a real jerk. I want everybody to know Davis is no good.
It's true. All right, where do we fucking begin? I guess anywhere would be fine. Little controversy about the about some boobies here. Some people telling me that they see nips. I don't see nips. I won't stand for it. All right, we put ourselves in a new layer so we can begin. I did think about this. We're going to try something new with the jeans. I usually have a labor-intensive technique that I like to use, but we're going to do some Photoshop Kid techniques. Let me clear out my monitor here so we can see anything going on in the Discord. If anybody says any mumbling word bad about me, I'm going to ban them. That's what we do now. Davis, look up Louis Hexy, then you'll understand. Am I gonna do it? Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Fuck it. Give me 1 second. Put it on this other monitor, just in case you do some dirty dog stuff. No, I don't get it at all. Let me put it up on the stream. Maybe you can tell me if I'm doing something wrong. I think you might be right. I think he might be right. He might be onto something. Who's this? Hmm. Was that who you're talking about? Katie Waxlover. I see nips in the left boob. Oh my god. All right. Let's get back to work then. See if we can solve these problems. Yeah, we're going to try a different technique. Something that should save us some time. In the long run. If it doesn't work out, that's fine. We'll take the long route. Nothing wrong with that. All right, where does that backlight coming from? I think we decided it was. It could be coming from over here as well. It's fine. That bug behind you, welcome to the stream. Hey Davis, can you explain to me how you managed to have a better microphone than a person whose career it is to speak into a microphone? I don't know. I don't know how that works out. Especially when that person gets regular donations to pay for his career as a broadcaster. Seems odd to me. If we're thinking about the same person, and I think we are. Maybe because that person is a bit of a fuck up. But who knows? See what we can do with this. But what do we got today? A Wednesday evening. Glad to see you guys here. Know there's a lot going on. If you choose to spend your time here with me, I can only thank you. We have a humble art stream here. Not doing the great things that so many other great streams do. Let's go through the things that we don't do on the Night Beast. It's not a mukbang stream. We haven't done that yet. That bug behind you says when even your detractors pay you, there's no room for improvement. Let's talk about that. Because it kind of burns my hide a little bit. Now, I understand this, paying super chat money to throw some jabs at people. I understand it. This is what I don't get. You could donate $2 to get a message on there. Why donate 5? Why donate 10? Why donate 20? Why do they do that? It's incredible to me. To consistently give money to people that you hate. I don't get it. Another nobody, welcome to the stream. Surprised there isn't a Sonic keychain. I don't know. SMG, she needs a bigger gunt. Excuse me, guys. Went down the wrong tube, I guess. That bug behind you says, speaking of people who give bums money, hey there, SMG. Jeez. No love for SMG. I don't know. Do you do that, SMG? Do you give money to people that you hate? You ever done that? Because donating to a stream that you like, I can understand that, to an extent. Some of it gets a little ridiculous to me. Not gonna lie. SMG says, I have given Davis over $100. Now, you have given me money. This is true. But I will say this. You have not given me over $100. Just for the record. But I do appreciate it. Appreciate you supporting the stream. Another nobody says $2 is 50 words max, $5 is more. I don't know. If you're giving someone $2, you should be able to tell them all the shit you can in 50 words. I would think. That bug behind you says, LOL, I need to pay the extra money because my bants are too good to not be seen in their full length. Yep. That's kind of the way I feel about it. SMG says, I don't hate watch. I only support people who entertain me. Nothing wrong with that. SMG says I gave you $20 donations for almost a month. Oh man, you gonna make me do this? Now, obviously, I don't care. I'm just gonna set the record straight. Go to my Streamlabs. Scrattles. Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. 50. And that's pretty good, man. And I do appreciate it. That bug behind you says SMG has probably given all of IBS like 1K by now. Oh, Lord. I don't know. American Gadfly, welcome to the stream. SMG says I was wrong, but I was off by half. Yeah, that's fine. Just didn't want to give the wrong impression. Now it feels awkward. But, like I say, do appreciate it. Scrattle's giving me the stink eye from down below.
You're a real son of a bitch, Davis. We had a good thing going.
Describe it to me. What was the good thing?
Well, I sleep on your lap and you occasionally pet me. Now what are you doing? Fucking it up.
I don't know what to tell you, Scrattles. You know how it works. Is this a fact-finding stream, I wonder? I guess. SMG says, I enjoyed the spurgery. Well, we're kind of spurg-free these days. We cannot be all things to all people. Had a Spurg Fest today on the Kumite. They brought back Leaf, the Canadian girl, to discuss, I don't know, some issue with BDSM. So that's subculture. I don't know too much about it. It devolved into madness. Smile the Exile, welcome to the stream. I enjoy the more chill formats now, Night Beast. Well, we'll keep it chill for a while. Spinal Tap. Taparoo, welcome to the stream. Hello, everyone. How is you doing? Doing all right? Trying to do our thing. Trying to stay out of trouble, as it were. Building up form through light and shadow as best we can. This will be more of a gene creating tutorial. Trying to come up with a new technique to create the texture of genes. Now I'm thinking of something. Hopefully it'll work. If not, who knows? My take on it is usually there is no one technique of obviously to do things, and it's not 100% foolproof. But we're gonna try it out, see what happens with it. Oh, Lord, what is that? It's the alert bell for the new subscriber. That's Internet Slap Fight Ref. Thank you for subscribing to the stream. Do appreciate it. It's good to know we have a ref in our corner in case we have a slap fight. That bug behind you says Night Beast. Wait. Isn't Leaf the Tracer girl? Why the hell did she get invited? Apparently, she has been engaged in these Twitter battles for a while now. Something about Daddy Dom? You know anything about that? Daddy domination? What was that? Oh, subscriber, Punish Dad. Thank you for subscribing to the stream. A little dancing anime girl for you. But yeah, she'd been on this thing about I don't know, I can't even explain it. But they wanted to invite her on to talk to a Kujin because apparently he's in that community, some BDSM community. Don't ask me. I have no clue. I think her contention was the Daddy Dom people were engaged in pedophilic fantasies. And I don't know. There was some issue with that. Who knows? Punish Dad says, Davis, you should ban everyone in your chat. Probably should. Probably start with you, you dirty duck. The color for her pants looks good. Thank you, Katie Waxlever. We're gonna, yeah, like I said, we're gonna try a few things. Punish Dad once more dancing anime girl. Chuck Nuts, welcome to the stream. That bug behind you says, "Oh Jesus Christ, the Tracer is a daddy lover." The traced girl, or the girl that, yeah, too many things are wrong with that statement. No, she is not into that. I think it got brought up because she looks like she's young, and people assume that she'd be into that daddy dom thing, and I guess she hates it. So, but yeah, she's not into it. I don't know why she's taken it on her to become some, I don't know, just spearhead the anti-daddy dom movement. But that's what we saw today. Spinal Tap says, how do people draw? I can barely write decently. Years and years of practice. Mycroft Holmes, yeah, I didn't know the train was a freak. You could have expected it though. I think that's why it didn't take anybody by surprise. It's like I think I would have made fun of him for it if it wasn't like obvious in hindsight. Crucial Bunny, welcome to you. Night Beast, are you some kind of melancholy of Harushi Suzuma fan? I have no idea what that is. That Bible Ninja says, Davis, why have you drawn Blossom's right tit considerably larger than her left tit? Um, I'm building up volume through shading. So if the left tit looks smaller, or if any of them look off, it's because I still have a white layer to do. So we'll get there. Just building up shape. SMG says she needs more gunt. You're probably right. She probably does. Probably could use a little tummy in there. Nothing wrong with that. Talker Radio, welcome to the stream. Banning everyone is the way of the future. I'll start with you. Banned. Brock Hershey wants to know if I'm wearing silk. Do appreciate that. That Bug Bunny says, why the hell wouldn't the Daddy Dom community be into age play? Who calls someone a daddy if they aren't a child or a black woman? Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Some people were really passionate about the discussion. Jessica H., welcome to the stream. Akujin, the hate crime engine, welcome to you as well. What you say about me? What you say about me, Davis? What you say about me? That's bad, bad Australian accent. I'll get it eventually. Blossom, I see you there as well. Brian Reck, hello to you. Hope I'm not missing anybody. I got a little dog down here. She's really giving me the bad times. Actual dad, I think he's trying to subscribe to the stream to get the anime girl to come out. A white layer? A white layer? Crit Eastwood, welcome to you. SMG's got to get his stream ready. Take care. Good luck with it. If you guys like autism, check out SMG's stream. Twisted Smile asks, Davis. Oh, by the way, and welcome to the stream, Twisted Smile. Davis, what is your favorite thing to draw? My favorite thing to draw is women. My favorite thing to paint is clouds. I love painting clouds. I could paint clouds for days. But love drawing girls. Been doing that for a while. Punish Dad says Tonka won. Oh my god, did he? What did he win? Jessica H says, as tradition insists, I have to declare anarchy again. The black flag has been raised. All right, that's fine. If anarchy must happen, I'll go ahead and pop into the Sally House channel, into the VC. If anyone wants to drop by for general anarchy, feel free. But I will probably dip out if it becomes too autistic. Actual Dad said I subbed, but no Anime Girl. Now, are your subs hidden on that channel? Because if you keep your subscriptions hidden, they won't trigger um, whatever it is that does that. Scrattles, calm down. That bug behind you says Blossom is excited for when you finally draw the bulge for her magnum-sized dong. Speaking of, probably be around here. Adrian Blom, Davis, it is normal in my culture for the woman to call her husband dad and the wife mom. All right. Why did he tell me that? We're learning something. All right. What is your culture, by the way? Are you, I don't know. You'll just have to tell me. I'm not going to guess. Trucknuts asked the question, and welcome to the stream, by the way, Trucknuts. What is your favorite thing to trace? Have to think. When was the last time I did trace something? I don't know. Maybe I'm a little, maybe I'm one of those crazy artist types, but I think tracing takes a lot of work. I should say it like this. I mean, it's, yeah, for what it is, for the whole process of tracing, it's just too much work involved, right? For all the time you're spending, like for example, on Photoshop, it's a little easier because you can use layers and you can do, opacity filters and whatnot. So I guess that's easier. But then yeah, you're basically just staying in the lines. It's so rigid. Tracing is really just a rigid process. It's like, why would you rob yourself of the joy of creating something? Like we've seen today, or at least in the last few streams. Like, if you remember how this whole thing started, it started off with gestural lines, building up the form, finding that spinal curvature and then building on top of that. And it all started with one line. Now, why rob yourself of that journey just to trace something? I don't understand, but who knows? I think what it is tracing. It's kind of like it fools you into thinking that it's an easier path, when in fact it's actually not. It's the path with the least amount of joy. I don't have that image here, and I'm not going to bring it up again. I mean, but I mean, you get what I'm saying. Just to trace something verbatim that someone else has done. Yeah, there's just no creativity to it, and I see no reason to get into being an artist at all if you don't want to be creative. So it's a damn shame. Let's get back up to the chat. That bug behind you. Sad truth is that the only person who won was Jim. Tonka looks worse because he was beaten by such a loser. Jim was the master behind this puppet show, and his super chats are king. This is true. He will always win because I think he understands probably more than anybody how the internet works. God damn it, Scrattles, would you knock it off? She's going after my cords now. All right, I'm going to bring her up here and she can talk to you. She can address all your questions for about 5 minutes while we talk to chat. You scroll up the chat. Stop. Stop. You're being a bad dog.
I just want to give you kisses.
Gunsky, welcome to the stream. Davis, how do you think outside the box? Oh, referring to tracing is too hard? I don't know. I got a Scrattles trying to lick my nose right now. She's trying to butter me up for something. Spinal Tap says, am I the only one who can make out Blossom's nipple, or is that just me? Jesus Christ. How can everyone see this fucking nipple except me? That bug behind you says, tracing is the joy of response, not creation? I don't know. I might have to push back against that because I just can't imagine there being any joy to it at all. I mean, unless you hate creation. And I don't understand that. Clint Eastwood says tracing is like painting by numbers. It's in that field. But painting by numbers is kind of like it's like a puzzle, you know, for people who can't paint. That means at least there's work in that. Obviously no creativity. But you're probably right actually. Yeah, it's probably more right than I even thought about. I've never even considered it, but yeah, because there's no joy to it. There's no creation to it. Twisted Smile says Davis hates paint by number. I kind of do. Like I can't even imagine like creating a paint by number. Like how do they do that? Like paint by number is it's like that's how you kill painting. I can't imagine painting like that. Scrattles, you're gonna have to leave in a second.
I'm not leaving. This is where I am now. I'm taking over the stream.
Billy Senpai Gaming, so this is what you do in your spare time? This is what I do all the time. I do all the that Kumite bullshit. I do that on my spare time. But even that, when I'm doing that, I'm working. So, but yeah, this is my full-time gig. That bug behind you says you see a nipple because the shadow line and the highlight forms a circle. That might be it. I think they see a nipple because they want to see a nipple. Jessica H sees 2 nipples. God, Nipplegate continues to go on. I probably can't see it because I don't want to see it. So we're both in on diverging paths. So the Night Beast is Scrattles? I don't know.
I am a night beast. And I'm here to lick Davis's nose.
Oh my God. Why? Got everyone getting along in the chat, I see. Dear Lord. You're a nip denier, Davis, says Jessica. It's true. What did Adrian Blom say? What did I miss? Oh, well, I don't know. All right, Scrattles. You've had your time. It's time. It's time to get down. You know the rules. You know the rules.
Rules? I don't play by rules, little man. I am the night beast.
Okay. All right.
I'll lick your nose.
Okay. Time to go down. Go to sleep. Get out of here. The nip on the left boob is really apparent. All right. I'm just going to have to work on these boobs so that so you guys will stop talking. Okay, you're talking about this? Yeah, I didn't see it before, but I see it now. And now it is no more. Unless it's still there. I don't know. You'll find a different nipple any second now. Take some color from here. I'm going to have to work on these boobs. You forced me to it. You forced my hand. Is she braless? Probably not. Alright, this is probably the one. Just don't want to talk about boobs all night. Or maybe I do, but. What art program am I using? I'm using Photoshop, the latest version. God damn you to hell, Davis. Listen. Listen, guys. Just because. I mean, I told you this is what we're going to do. We're going to build up form. We're going to get this right. I'm not saying we can't have nipples back. Maybe we'll get nipples back. Who knows? But you know, we've got to continue. This is not some nipple picture. This isn't about the nipples. Davis is harder to draw by hand or by computer. I don't know. I think it's indistinguishable. I think you should learn to. I think we all basically learn to draw by hand. I don't know. I can't separate the two. But I will say this about Photoshop. There are so many great tools in this kit, in the Photoshop kit, that if you're asking me what I prefer, I definitely would prefer to draw on Photoshop than to draw by hand. The right boob looks like it's popped out of her bra. We're just going to keep talking about boobs all day. All right, the next person who says anything about boobs, you're getting banned. And then we'll stream about how you can get unbanned for 4 hours while the people that hate us give us money to tell us how silly we are. What do you think about that? Kitty Waxliver says just make her shirt a lovely salmon color and be happy. Not a bad idea. We're going to make it white just so we can turn it different colors if we need to later on. I don't know if a bra would be so squishable. We all have our thinking caps on, don't we? When we're talking about boobs. You guys never want to talk about anything as much as you want to talk about boobs. And for that, I love you. I gotta scroll up again. Yeah, I do have a tablet. It's a Wacom Intuos 4. Generic Thought says my tits are bigger. All right. Listen, you've said this before. If you want an accurate representation of your tits, my DMs are open and you can send me a picture or two or three or four or just a set or a video of you jumping on a trampoline. Spinal Tap, can I talk about my boobs or are all boobs banned? Spinal Taparoo is a woman? All right, good to know. So hey, Night Beast, what do you think is the perfect cup size? What cup size to weight and height is your perfect model? I have no idea. I I don't. I've never even thought about it like that. I wouldn't even know how to start with that kind of thought process. Twisted Smile, give her 3 boobies. All right, we can do that. M Awesome, welcome to the stream. Twisted Smile says also give her a dick. Scrattles, get down. You guys are all deviants. Needs more forehead. Starting to see why people get banned from live streams. No, I'm just kidding. Harry tit pics imminent. Okay. M Awesome says, LOL, the boobs are looking a little bigger than yesterday, no? Well, that was the idea. We had to build form through light. That is the only way to do it, in my estimation. And then we had some controversy about Nipplegate and whether or not there was a nipple or not. That was fun. These guys are dirty dog deviants of the highest order. That bug behind you says 3 boobs are terrible. You just have 2 extra large boobs and you're good. Nope. Robbie Vio. Sorry, Robbie Vio, welcome to the stream. No indication that he's not the real Robbie Vio. He says, Captain Thrax Saberscales, fight me in real life, you cringy goof. I'm the YouTube champ. I run my mouth all day, and I will be your daddy. Oh no. It's the daddy dom shit again. I think this guy might be into pedophile fantasies. We'll sick leaf on him. Jessica H. rightly says, boobs, 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 boobs. Okay. And Jessica H. says, there were 2 nipples. Trust me. Yeah. She's been going on about that. Oh, how she saw them 2 nipples for 2 weeks now. We hardly pay her no mind. We call her Jessica H. Crazy boob lady. Crazy boob lady. So all she wants to talk about is how she's seen 2 nipples on this farm about 2 months back. Ain't nobody around here seen them nipples except old Jessica H. Now, my grandpappy told me he saw 2 nipples in 1913. That was the last time I heard anybody mention anything called a nipple. And then there was the Great Nipple Bowl of 1873. Oh my God, the sky blacked out. Like they only couldn't even see the moon. There are so many nipples around. Then they up and left. You hear tale of that. People in those days going to their pastor asking, Dear Lord, make these nipples stop. They didn't know what they were asking. Now Jessica H in the chat talking about how she sees 2 nipples. Getting everybody excited because the nipples are coming back. They ain't coming back. Jessica H. You're just having memories of times gone by. When every man had a nipple for himself. When every dream that you had in your mind, right before you closed your eyes, you saw a nipple. Is that what you're talking about? I don't know what's going on. In a world where boobs lose their nipples, only one man can restore them. His name is Night Beast. Thank you, Spinal Tap. Taparoo. It has been prophesized Too much talk about nipples. All right. We'll put some light on this boob here. See if we can increase the size, as is our wont to do. I feel like we've been sanctioned by having Blossom here to create a bigger nipple here. Not a nipple, a breast. Jesus Christ. We're not painting nipples here. These are fully formed breasts. Now, whether or not there are nipples that are part of them, well, we don't have to talk about that at all. Captain Thrax says, I struck oil? What are you talking about? Now everyone's drawing fucking nipples in the chat. Leaving me no choice but to ban you all. Oh well. I guess I'll leave you there to run your mouth. Behemoth 666, nips and French fried taters. All right. Blossom's pose is her hiding the Magnum condoms for her Magnum-sized dong behind her back. Is that what it is? Clint Eastwood says, Davis, will you make her shirt wet? I'll tell you what, if I was going to make her shirt wet, I would have started, well, you know what, never mind. No, what I was going to say is the process for making wet clothes and transparent clothes, you want to start with a nude. Now, obviously, we're well past that part. We can't go back to that. Blossom says, excuse you? What did I? Did I say something? Did I say something wrong? I just want some clarification, Blossom, if I might have some. Am I allowed to draw nipples? That bug behind you says, change your phone notification from its default, you old man. Why? 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 Why would I spend more than 5 minutes fucking around with my phone? I could care less. And that is an old man thing to say. See, you're a young man, probably. Who knows? But why would you care about something like that? It's one of the dumbest things. Trucknut says Davis clearly makes her pants wet. Oh my god. It's not true. Captain Thrax is coughing in the stream, apparently. Some sort of euphemism that I am not aware of at the moment. Mycroft Holmes with the hot take. He says nipples are amazing. They are, aren't they? Nothing wrong with nipples. I don't know if I can say anything more than that, but I'm sure some of you can. It's the thing you guys want to talk about more than anything. That bug behind you says you would think having a. What's going on about this dong? I guess I'll read it. You would think having a magnum-sized dong would impact Blossom's life, but no. In fact, it makes it easier. The extra length lets her shove it up her asshole while tucking it for spring action. I'm so glad I read that. See, that's why I don't get any super chats. It's because I read everything. I've devalued the, uh, the whole premise of the super chat. Bad streaming. Not good. You know what? We're gonna do a bit of belly. Maybe. Maybe we will. No, we won't. I thought we were gonna do it, but we won't do it. If you just do a little bit, it means too much. So we won't do it. If that makes any sense. Katie Waxlover says, was that uncomfortable, Davis? It's been, I've had worse times on the internet. Marino, welcome to the stream. Welcome to Nipple Talk here on the Night Beast, where we talk about nipples. Blossom, aka Generic Thot, still hanging out with us, despite this being well past her bedtime. Still haven't found any boob pictures in my DMs, so I will assume that she's giving us carte blanche and making up these boobs. Who knows? You know what? We should fold it right here. Should we? Right there. Mycroft Holmes says Blossom has a belly on her forehead. Oh my god. You guys are ruthless. That bug behind you says, you see Nightbeast as she tucks her magnum-sized dong into her asshole, it works as a natural vagina. With the clench of her butt cheek, her dong flings out with the force of an elderly man's diarrhea. That is Just the worst. I don't even think a real streamer would read that out if it was a super chat. That is how bad I am. I'm going to start pre-reading all your comments. I'm going to hire an editor. It's going to come in and read all your comments. Because your imagination is a little out there. Everyone else enjoying it. Mycroft Holmes says it's some pro-tier erotica. He approves. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe he doesn't. We're going to move on to this leg. We'll come back. No, David, only a real streamer reads all the comments. All right. If that's what it takes, that's what it takes. I'm going to be a real streamer, guys. I'm going to do it right. I don't know, guys. I don't think the streaming game is right for me. I don't think I have what it takes to be a real streamer. My problem is I just can't do the quality content. That's what escapes me. It's my inability to give the people what they want. Spinal Tap pointing out that Blossom is running for Prime Minister and to go vote for her. What kind of footwear will she have? Asks Clint Eastwood. I think we're just going to do socks. Just basic white socks. Something that won't draw any attention to the feet. So she's not bombarded with creepy guys. No. I can't ever stop that. No one can. Oh god, am I going to read this one? Fucking hell. Fuck it. Now that bug behind you says, legends tell of the spring girl Blossom. Walk the streets of an abandoned wrestling ring. You'll hear the sound of pins scratching. Before you know it, a whip with the sound as you feel poked. Oh my god. That wasn't nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be. He'll probably go on and get more graphic with it. describe exactly what the poking would entail. Spinal Tap Tap Taparoo, rightly pointing out basic white socks for a basic white girl. Oof. But not wrong. A fair assessment, I think even Blossom would say. "24-hour Scrattles GoPro stream. Start printing money." What do you think about that, Scrattles?
You're not putting that camera on my head again. You're not gonna do it.
Think about all the Bella dinners you could have. Punish Dad, you can tell Davis is trained for traditional painting, or at least or can tell at least. Probably true. Generic Thought, it's nice to not have hooves in this photo. Why isn't the biggest Thought Davis on screen? I don't know. Too much beauty on the screen at one time, I guess. Gobelino, welcome to the stream. Most importantly, he's not a fraud. The bar has been set really low in the art streaming game. Now, that bug behind you continues. The poke carries the smell of flowers and shit. As your shoulders are grabbed softly, yet firm, you turn your head to see a tan obelisk tower above you. You look lower to meet its eyes. This has become a serialized event for that bug behind you. Next one I'll read in a poorly conceived James Mason voice. It's only appropriate. He needs to be on screen? No, I don't need to be on screen. It's too much of a hassle doing that every time. I'd rather just turn on the streaming software and not deal with the fucking camera every single time. Although, yeah, maybe we'll do the camera tomorrow. Ah, shit, I have a morning stream tomorrow. Fuck. Forgot all about that. Oh. Why do I do these things to myself? But yeah, it'd be nice to have Scrattles on the camera. So we'll do that sometime. Maybe not tomorrow. Spinal Tap Taparoo says Davis is a super thought. He's banged more chicks than I have had thought dinners. Dear God. Mycroft Holmes wants me to draw hands again. Yeah, we'll do that again. But the next time, the hands will be grabbing onto a pair of titties. I promise you that. Spinal Tap Taparoo also pointing out, I think Bug is getting aroused here. Maybe. Is this the Harlequin romance stream? Says Katie Waxlinger. Oh, I'm sorry, Dick Tart. He says, I need something to rub my dick on, and Davis's face isn't on the screen. Hmm. Punish Dad says, hey, Davis, want to hear my fucking sick stream idea? Yeah, I do want to hear it. Draw her hands as feet and her feet as hands. Well, there you go. A sick idea if I've ever heard one. All right, let's do this. That bug behind you. We'll continue. As you look at its eyes, as they look at you like a doll's eyes, she smiles softly, speaks the words of the damned. Ninja, you hear the word and you are unable to move, stricken with fear. Okay. Oh, that was a perfect time to do that voice too. You look at its eyes like a doll's eyes. She smiles softly and speaks the words of the damned. Ninja, you hear the word and are unable to move, stricken with fear. Spinal Tap. Okay, I'm getting aroused by Bug's story now. What did it? It was the word ninja. We're in the Sally house again, that's right. Too much talent for one stream? Well, this is not how we do streaming, guys. We're supposed to be doxing people and doing lame memes for 3 to 4 hours. That is how the streaming game is done. But remember, support the people you hate monetarily. Ignore the people doing anything original. Mycroft Holmes says that's a good point. When are you going to draw Cogs docs? That's what I'll do. First, I have to threaten him. God, maybe I will. That'd be a good gay up. To threaten to do a portrait of Cogs docs. It's an interesting it's an interesting idea, but ultimately, who the fuck wants to paint Cog? All right, we've got a new edition. So let's get back to it. The Chronicles of That Bug Behind You. You try to move, but her strength is too much to escape. Years of carrying her cranium, the size of a small elephant above her shoulders. The simple act of motion, a superhuman feat. Minecraft Holmes goes on to say, draw a picture of Cog's house. Little stick figure with a gay-ass mask on at the window. Ugh. Who needs Cog when you have Princess Blossom? That's the other thing. I can't imagine drawing. I was gonna say like I can't imagine drawing YouTubers when essentially I am doing that same thing right now. But can you imagine doing like other people, like fucking drawing these goddamn spurgs, like like Cog or fucking Worski or Geek Thulu? Like that's the other thing that that Optic has done. He has spent so much time drawing people that he hates. Not just when he liked them, but even when he hated them. It's like I can't imagine spending any amount of time. And I've certainly had ideas. But God, I can't imagine going through with anything like that. Let's see what that bell is for. And a few women done with no grace, no passion. Amazing. Yep. Oh, I can't read that with that silly font. Let me go to my dashboard. Uh, Mary F was here. Okay, yeah, I can see you now. Thank you for the subscription. I do appreciate it. Getting us ever so closer to that magic number. Punish Dad said, I stopped paying attention. What did you think about my fishing idea? Your fishing idea? I thought your idea was to switch hands for feet. Kitsu, welcome to the stream. Optic like drawing Cog. Apparently, he did a lot. Trucknut says, all right, hear me out. Take Scrattles for a walk with TTS on. Try to start a fight. Then tell her to shoot, shoot, shoot. I hear it's what the coolest streamers are doing now. What? Minecraft Home says, you could draw Andy hanging himself. Somebody would pay for that shit. But then, yeah, you see, the problem is you'd have to draw Andy. God, why would you? See, my idea a while back was to draw a like a Master Blaster. If you remember that guy from the Thunderdome with the Road Warrior. Anyway, Master Blaster was this big, giant, big fat guy who had a midget on his shoulders. And he was called Master Blaster. I was going to do, or the idea that I had was to do Zoom with Ralph on his shoulders, like Master Blaster. And I was like, ha ha ha, that's a funny idea. And I was like, no, there's no way. There's no fucking way in hell doing anything like that. That was as far as I got with the in the world of being an optic streamer. But let's get back into the chronicles of that bug behind you. You scream no, she smiles. You call, beg for your daddy, but he hears you not as he argues with a woman. The poking you felt before warming as the minutes pass by, each feeling like an hour. Oh my God. You gotta copy and paste all of these into a master list so we can read them all later on. Post them in my Discord or something. Or if somebody wants to do that, if you can. Scrattles, knock it off. M Awesome says, isn't he on drugs? He looked pretty geeked out on his last stream. I don't know what you're talking about. God damn it, Scrattles.
I want to come up there and be a best friend. I want to read the That Bug Behind You Chronicles.
No.
I'm going to read it. You scream no, she smiles. You call, beg for your daddy. But he can hear you not as he argues with a woman. The poking you felt before warming as the minutes pass by, each feeling like an hour.
Oh my God. That was not as good as mine. I don't mind telling you.
You're an asshole.
You're being a real asshole. Punish Dad clarifies, oh, the hands for feet thing isn't a stream idea. That's just a good idea. I mean, I'm going to get a kayak and go fishing on a lake with a POV camera. So chill in the middle of the lake in a kayak with a chat. That is a great idea. Can you get service out on the middle of a lake? Oh, then he goes on to say, and then viciously murder the fish when I reel them in. Dear God. I think that might be against terms of service, but I don't know. But we will continue with That Bug Behind You Chronicles. Her grip tightens as it slides up your shoulders to your neck. You kick the ground, stomp. Nothing will change the inevitable. Her hands creep to your ears, and she clenches. She moves. Oh, Lord. What's going to happen next, folks? Minecraft Home says, question for the ages, does the universe contain enough art supplies to draw all of Ralph's fat rolls? Micah? M Awesome clarifying, she's talking about Andy. Yeah, who knows about that guy? He's looking like road trash these days, last time I saw him, but who knows? I don't know if he's on drugs or not. Jessica H. swings pocket watch. Davis, you're getting sleepy. Very sleepy. You want to paint the nips, Davis. Paint them. It's not going to work on me. Tell you a little secret about me, Jessica H. I always want to paint the nips. We'll go on with That Bug Behind You. The grip of your ears burns and your neck snaps backwards, forced to meet her eyes. Black like space, lifeless she moves, your head dragged to two spheres, your mind empties, numbness. Oh, Lord. M Awesome says, take a peek at his last stream. I was watching his last stream today. I don't think that's what you're referring to, because he wasn't on camera. Punish Dad says, Davis, I gotta go buy weed now. Be right back. I'll miss you, baby. XX. God, guy's a degenerate. Should have known. Clarice. Clarice. I know you want to paint the nipples, Clarice. Is that what you're going? Is that what? Where are you going with that? Goblino says, poor Davis. He's 40 seconds behind on the chat. That damn 56K dial-up modem is acting up, probably. No, I don't read currently. I don't read anything that's currently happening. It's hard enough to keep current with the chat while drawing. Certainly not going to do it in real time. Potato stream? Oh, not at all. Oh, you should see it when Scrattles picks up another receiver in the house. It's when Scrattles starts, she gets on the AOL. She needs toenails? No, she doesn't need toenails. She doesn't even have toes. See, this is what I'm talking about. You're one of those foot fetishists. If I drew her toes, you'd be hopping in Blossom's DMs. Let me see your toes. Blah, 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 blah. Let me see your toes. Blah, 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 blah. Trying to mitigate any of the creepiness. It's bad enough that you guys are going to hop in her DMs and start asking her if I rendered her nipples properly. Of course, now that I said that, you're probably going to do that. My bad, I guess. We'll continue on with that bug behind you. You feel yourself slip. The warmth at your back digs as you slip further. Pins scratch in the distance, lulling you into nothingness. Two smaller circles now protrude from the spheres. Oh no. I wonder what that's gonna be. No nips and now no toenails? You monster. I am only what you made me. Spinal Tap, trying to eat, doesn't want to talk about toenails. Now it's suddenly the only thing I want to talk about. Who needs toes when you can have hooves? Says Goblino. Absolutely true. When Blossom asked me if I would be interested in this, I did tell her that I would give her hooves. How are you going to draw her making elephant noises, though? We'll continue on with that bug behind you. Your eyes trace the circles like a pin over a talented artist's hair. They creep out and in, like a clock's second hand ticking, like the water leaving and joining the sand. Wow. Fucking that bug behind you. Getting all poetical and shit. You guys want her to have hooves? Yeah, maybe we will do that. Be a funny joke. So does she get red hooves then? Spinal Tap. Davis, can you Photoshop a horse's face on Blossom? Just so we can ask why she has a long face? Boy, they're making this much harder than it needs to be. Sorry, guys, I had to dip out for a second. Where's the dick on the neck dough? What I'm going to do is I'm going to passive aggressively ask Blossom. I'm not even going to ask. I'm going to ask other people. I'm going to mention it passive aggressively. I'm going to be like, "Gosh, Blossom really hasn't paid me that much money to do this." And then when I don't get a response from Blossom, that's when I'll start painting all the dicks in her neck. That'll show her. And hands for feet and feet for hands. Okay. So much we need to do for you sickos. But we'll continue with That Bug Behind You Chronicles. You snap back as the fire at your ears makes you scream out in pain. You hear the pins, they scratch in the distance, not to harm but to help. They speak out, the nips aren't there, the nips, they're not there. God, so good. Also, so great. Tell you what, me and that bug behind you will sit down together sometime and we'll put together a script for an old timey radio show. What do you think about that? That was a joke idea, but now that I think about it, it's not a bad idea. The nips aren't there. They're not there. Draw her like one of your French girls? Oh my god. That's gonna become that's become one of those things. Sounding like old times, Davis. That's right. Classic Night Beast. Trace her like one of your fixed girls. Fixed it for you. Hmm, good job. Jessica H. Photoshop her like you Photoshop your Asian girls. My God, too many variations. Jar like one of your French hooves, says Smile the Exile. Alright, continuing on with the That Bug Behind You Chronicles. Suddenly the circles hit your back. They pound against you. Now angry at your rejection of their existence, you fight back. The spheres are powerless now. They have nothing but sagging. Oh Lord, they're sagging. The spheres are sagging, child. Oh no. The circles. They hit your back, they pound against you. Now, angry at your rejection of their existence, you fight back. The spheres are powerless now. They have nothing but sagging. Putting a little more power that time. Scrattle's looking at me like very confused.
Are you okay, Davis? I don't want the circles to get you, Davis. Come on, friend. What's wrong? Don't let the circles get you, Davis. You're my good friend.
Mm-hmm.
Also, give me a dinner, please. A bella dinner.
You're a bad dog. You never really cared about me. Mycroft Holmes, I'm terribly concerned about where this erotica is going. My God. We're well past being concerned at this point. Gobelina says, to be honest, those boobs look pretty awesome. Thank you. It's live, Davis. Second takes aren't advised. Oh, man. It's too good. Gotta do a second take. But we'll continue. Your elbows hurls back, striking the sphere. It feels as rubber launching your arm forward as it bounces and flies out from under her shirt. It was all an illusion. She screams out, Ninja! Micah? It was Ninja all along. We didn't know. We should have known. We did not know. Katie Waxlover, bras suck, to be honest. Spinal Tap, so do underpants. Well, you sound like a fun girl. Low maintenance. Perhaps even feral, now that I think about it. If bras really sucked, how many guys would buy them? Bras are great, in my opinion. Men are the best designers of bras. Change my mind. Mycroft Holmes goes on to say, bras are why men are good at puzzles, to be honest. My God. He's probably right. But we'll continue with that bug behind you, Chronicles. You flinch, but not break. From your mind steals from the previous shock of the word. Your opposite arm flinging backwards the force of a tracer's dejection. The sphere, the sphere flies up, stumbling her. Okay. Mycroft Holmes, ever see a dude who can do a Rubik's Cube one-handed? Yeah, that. That bug behind you is the new J.K. Rowling's. Why not? He's at least the new Stephanie Meyer. All right, let's take a little color from here. Try to flesh this thing out. This arm here. Sorry, had to check on something. Probably add a little detail to this, to the collar here. Now that we think about it. Ninja and Blossom had an intense gay relationship. Oh my god. I don't know about that. Scrattles, knock it off. Why is this your new thing now? You're usually sleeping when I'm doing this. It's like you've become an attention whore.
You're the attention whore, Davis.
We'll continue. The massive weight of her forehead makes you stumble, freeing yourself of her grasp. You turn to your attacker, facing her full force. She stops her fall, propped up as if by a third leg. Oh god. I know where this is going. Marino, ever see the artist Zin Lim? It's nice stuff, mostly charcoal drawings. Great style. I have not. Let me look him up. Zin Lim. Pretty cool. No, I don't think I've seen this before. This is wild. Yeah, thanks for this. It's crazy. This is really cool. Very cool. I like it. He's got a YouTube channel as well. All right, I'll check that out later too. I sucked at charcoal back in art class, says Mycroft Holmes. I never really did much with it, to be honest. Does the shoulder seem long? I don't know. Maybe it could be. You might have a point. Scrattles, knock it off. Yeah, you might have a point there. Truck nuts. Let's step back and look at it. Yeah, you're not wrong. Hmm. Yeah, we'll fix that up. Shouldn't be hard to fix that problem up, but we'll go back with the That Bug Behind You Chronicles. You realize the grotesque display at your front as the creature slowly rises like the thread count of a tracer arguing his integrity. She stands erect and crouches, the third leg rising. Yeah. Davis, as the only artist I know, can you look up Nestor Formentera and tell me how the hell does art? Nestor Formentera. Yeah, I'll look it up. Well, it looks like line drawing. That would be how he does it. But yeah, you'd have a basic. Sorry about that, folks. Scrattles knocked out my headset. But I'll tell you how he does it. Um, what he'll do is probably he'll pencil in the form of these figures, and having the form, then he'll move the lines around that. Right? If that makes any sense to you. But it's really cool. It's definitely very cool. And then after he's done the line work, I would assume he would just erase the pencil drawing or whatever it is. It's very cool. Feed that beast. You know what? I'm going to have to feed her. I thought I was going to have to feed her later, but we'll go ahead and do it now. I have a couple of his prints, amazingly. Yeah, it's definitely cool. But before we go feed the dog, we'll go with that bug behind you. You understand. Her speed is that of a superhuman. Carrying such weight is clear that she has the advantage. You can only fight back. The sphere is now defunct, her only tool of distraction. Let's go back, or let me go feed this dog. I'll be back in a few minutes or seconds. All right. Hopefully we won't have any interruptions. Goddamn Scraddles. I think Nestor has a thing for chicks' asses. Who doesn't? Davis, was your screensaver the Infinity Staircase? I don't know what that is. So would you say he traces over it? Well, if he's tracing over his own work, then, well, first of all, I wouldn't say he's tracing over it. But second of all, if he was tracing, he'd be tracing over his own work. Jessica H says Scraddles is definitely the one calling the shots. Very nice. Yep, certainly true. Hey, as long as she's not chewing on the cord, I'm fine with it. But yeah, she definitely lets me know when she wants the food. I imagine she just headbutts the PC with the cords until Davis notices her. Let me tell you what I had to do with this little monster. I had to go through any nook and cranny where there was even could possibly be a way for her to get at cords. And I block them up. I certainly don't want her to kill herself getting into electrical cords and shit. Try to be a good doggy daddy. Don't get offended by that. I'm not into the daddy dom scene. She's just a dog. But we'll continue with the chronicles of that bug behind you. She launches forward like a dog at. Oh, God damn it. All right, you got me. She launches forward like a dog at headphone wires, her mighty pole lagging behind her jump. You ready yourself, time slowing as you position your right leg behind your left. You ready? Damn it. Very good. Well done, sir. You set yourself up, Davis? Yeah, I worked myself into a shoot, in my opinion. Gobelino says, I love the taste of chewy wires myself, especially copper. Okay, I'll give you some sort of weird voice. I love the taste of chewy wires myself, especially copper ones. I had no idea. Gobelino. Some sort of goblin. There's nothing wrong with eating wires, Davis. Especially when they're tasty wires. Mm, tasty. Get that extra boost biting into them, Gobelino? You know it, Jessica. I like the taste. There's nothing wrong with that. A tasty wire. Now I'm loving it. I think Gobelino is like a Jim Henson character from Labyrinth. It means little hunchback in Italian. Oh, little hunchback goblin. That's what I'm seeing now. But that bug behind you continues. She lets out a mighty scream. Ninja! You hear nothing, only seeing her mouth unhinge at her might and her mighty pole thrusting in front of her. In front of her leap, your torso twists with might. Okay. Sorry, I stepped over myself there. Spinal Tap sometimes gets a copper taste in her mouth. My God, calm down. Cutting down this shoulder a little bit. I think there was a point made earlier. I think Truck Nuts made it. I think he has a good point. Goblino.
You can taste the life surging through your veins. I prefer a strong 120 volts.
Do a little ASMR for you. Old Goblino.
Like the taste of wires, Davis.
Copper taste usually means you have a mouth infection. No. That bug behind you continues. Your foot lifts. You feel weightlessness. The feeling of your final seconds on earth. It's do or die. Your hindquarters that of a polite man, one who traces not, cannot survive defeat. Oh no. This is going to be a sad ending, guys. For our hero, what will he do? Find out next on That Bug Behind You Chronicles. Only on your PBS station. Could be that too, such as thrush, but it can also mean you have free blood in your stomach. Free blood? My God. Ask me where you can get free blood. It's the new Matthew Lesko commercial. I don't know what I'm talking about. Free blood to pay your bills. Goblino continues.
But I reckon a good old 9-volt battery applied directly to the tongue might heal the soul. If for a second or two.
And then she scurries off. I'm sorry, you're probably a he. I don't mean to see in my head you're a girl goblin, but you're probably a dude. I think if you were a girl, you would be Goblina. Don't mean to offend you. Don't misgender me. Okay, sorry. I've done it now. No such thing as girls on the internet. That's true. She descends, and your foot flies. It flies through time itself. Your watch moving backwards, the air leaving your lungs. God himself unaware of the sight of earth as you surpass light. Dear God, it's getting metaphysical up in this bitch. It's like the end of 2001. He's going to end up looking at himself when he was a baby. Spoiler.
I do look lovely. I forgive you, Davis.
That must be it. Jessica's a man now. Ah, you've always been a man. A man's man, really, in my opinion. I'd drink a beer with you. Go out picking up some ladies.
Well, if I have a maximum dong, I suppose I could learn to live with it.
It's going to be Jessica's new voice. Apparently she's like a Mary Poppins or something. Who knows? You no longer feel your foot. It's left your ability of comprehension. You only see the impending doom and a blur of white tracing upwards to the mighty pole as it tightens and undulates. Okay. Okay.
Do it, Jessica. Get hooves instead. We all have hooves down here.
Are you talking Jessica into getting hooves? Is that what's happening right now? That might be a little fucked up. It might just be a tad too fucked up. Spinal Tap Taparoo. Wait, what voice is assigned to me, Davis? I knew that was going to happen. I knew when I started assigning voices, we were going to have problems. I only have so many voices, and I figure out how to do them. American Gadfly. Davis, I worry for your sanity sometimes. Never change. Micah. I look over in chat for the first time, and you're trying to catch hooves instead of dick. Yeah. Out of context, a lot of this is straight up Cronenbergian. Go ahead and say that that's a word now. Spinal Tap Taparoo says,
Davis, give me a British accent. I'm a Brit.
or is it like this? Davis, give me a British accent. I'm a Brit. We'll do it like that. Nice feminine voice. Give me a British accent. But we'll continue. The white consumes you, seeing nothing but outlines fade away as a small man approaches you in the distance. You feel nothing Looking down and seeing nothing, you have surpassed existence. Okay. Had no idea that's where this story was going. Well, who know? Who could know? Twisted Smile Davis, if you took Blossom out on a date, where would you take her? Probably I would take her to her house and I would go and do something else. meet her meet her at her house, pick her up, drive just around the block, and then come back and drop her right back on her doorstep. That's how the Blossom date would go. The first Brit is your best. The first one kind of sounded like me, to be honest. But it's really this one. That's the one that you're going to get stuck with. Oh, my name's Spinal Tap Tap Tapperoo. And I'm a lady. It's not very nice. No, the first one, the posh one. That bug behind you continues. You cannot move or feel, only whiteness. The small man steps forward. You're not supposed to be here, he says slyly, as if he had things to hide. He pulls out a coin and flips it. Oh my god. Heads or tails? The faggy voice and I'm Male Davis? Oh my god. You sound like a Cockney market trader? I don't sound like it at all. Spinal Tap Tapperoo sounds like that. Crucial Bunny. That is the voice of Oprah's Minge from South Park. Oh, dear Lord. God. If I get accused of ripping off South Park one more time, that might be the only reason to watch South Park at this point. I don't know if it's still good. I haven't watched it in 6 or 7 years. You try not to speak. Nothing to make the words exist. I know you're not supposed to be here because neither am I. He stops flipping his coin and pulls out a computer, looking you over. Oh, here we go. Crucial Bunny. You use Butters for Scrattle's voice too. I'm onto you, you hack fraud. I don't think they sound anything alike. That being said, it's only a finite number of voices out there. But who knows? Maybe. Jessica Davis, why are you ripping off South Park? This is why people leave the internet, banning every one of you. Bourbon is hitting nicely tonight, says Mycroft Holmes. Very chill stream, Davis. Well, of course it's going to be a chill stream for you. You're getting fucking drunk. No, but I appreciate it. Vocal tracer, vocal Photoshop. It's true. They've found me out. All right, there's something we need to do. Okay, yeah, we need to do a few things here. A few things to clean up. Then we'll try to make these jeans look like jeans. Then we'll do some more detail work. A little talk of degeneracy in the chat. But we'll continue with that bug behind you. Ah, I see. How terrible. Trapped in between death and survival. I know your pain. I've lived with it. I've lived it. You cannot be here as I choose to be. It's worse than any alternative, he types. This is getting really involved. That bug behind you. Really enjoying himself. Straying far from the erotica that I think a lot of us assumed. That this was going to be. Certainly happy for that. Jessica H says, I have had to sage myself all day. I reek of the stuff, and I'm fresh out. So this degenerate hell I may not return from. Been trying to get rid of ghosts? Been saging it up. For real though, how long till you get pissed at Blossom and tell her she can't use this art she paid for? Oof. I don't know. 2 or 3 days maybe? It's not looking good. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know if there's that many people I get pissed with. So I think everything will be fine. But that bug behind you continues. The small man smiles and stands from his computer. You know, if not for the decisions I made, you would have been stuck here. He looks ahead, and a smaller man steps forward. Oh my god. Get a bunch of characters in here. It's going to be a story about smaller and smaller men. Goblino is trying to drag my very soul to hell and make me have hoove dongs. It's not fair. Come on, you knew this was going to happen. You're telling me you didn't wake up this morning and not have any inkling that you would have hoove dongs? Don't try to bullshit a bullshitter, Jessica. Minecraft Homes, you do art professionally then or just a hobby? No, I do it professionally. Yep, we do have a midget in the story now, so we'll see where that goes. Minecraft Homes. And now there's a midget, so a rape might be coming. We'll find out. That bug behind you continues. The smaller man stumbles as he grips a pin in his hand tightly. You choose to move a different path than I had chosen for you. I work hard, you know. He grumbles and pulls out a receipt. At least he didn't pull out his hoof dong. Punish Dad says, Davis, I bought weed and KFC. I hope you bought enough to share. And you can keep the KFC. Shining Star, welcome to the stream. Jessica H wants the KFC. She loves the coleslaw. A Jew midget? Is that who it is? Seems like it. Sharing is communism, Davis. That's right. Sharing is communism, Davis. I'll have you know, sharing is communism. That bug behind you continues. The smaller man rips the receipt and shouts sternly,
There! I've done it! You should have no problems with my time. Now run along.
You are shoved back to the small man and he smiles. Okay. Oh my God. Dad posting a picture of his weed. Is that? I'm trying to think if that's a terms of service violation or not. I don't think it is, but we'll be all right. Mycroft Holmes rightly says the story keeps taking twists and turns. Certainly does. I think he comes from the David Lynch school of storytelling. Got fucking midgets and ethereal planes and big tits. Let's not forget about the big tits. This all ends with it was an acid hallucination. I'm gonna be pissed. I think you're right. Spinal Tap Taparoo. Now I have to read that one in a British accent. British accent. I'm owed a rape story. Give me my fantasy, bug. Give me my rape. Now, that bug behind you, I'm owed this. I'm looking at my contract right now. Look, right here. I am owed one rape story. I want it violent. I want it brutal. I want there to be torn bosoms, lots of thrusting, yelling, and the like. Come on now. Chop, chop. Give me my rape story. I don't know. That is Stewie? Fuck off. You watch too much television. Son of a bitch. Every British person is Stewie to this guy, I think. All right. That bug behind you continues. The small man pulls away the white. You see your body below facing the creature. He snaps his fingers and the creature vanishes. I too choose differently from the time he had prescribed. What the fuck is going on? What the hell is going on with you? Story is story's fucking crazy, man. Spinal has found his inner night beast, says M. Yeah, I think so. Does that mean I'm part of the night squad? Now tell me, M. Awesome, in the night squad, are you promised a lot of rape? Hmm, too much rape. In my opinion, absolutely. We don't have a very good dental plan, but our rape story policies are can't be beat. Too much rape. Too much rape? There's no such thing as too much rape. In fact, I wrote a song about it. There is no such thing as too much rape. Then the little band starts singing, the little penguins come out. Dolphins start dancing in the background, shooting out of the water.
There is no such thing as too much rape.
Make a musical. But that bug behind you continues with this hallucinogenic nightmare he's bestowed upon us. You look at him, and he gives you a smile as he turns his head, and you exit the white void. You pass through the air time still as bay as you at. All right, let's try this again. You pass through the air time still at bay as you look further and notice his secret. My God, what is the secret going to be? Davis, was that a jab at Brit stereotype? My teeth are fine. Did I mention teeth? My God, I hope I didn't. Shining Star, going back to sleep. All right, you take care. She obviously didn't want to take advantage of a rape story time. Certainly fine. Mycroft Holmes, I need more drugs for this story. Contact Punish Dad if you need your fill of drugs. Twisted Smile says, one day a man named Andy walked outside and he saw another man named Tonka. Andy then starts screaming, stay back, aim, 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 and then Tonka slapped him with his dick and raped raped his ass. The end. That is not the kind of rape story that we like around here. Jesus Christ. I didn't think that was going into like a. I didn't know where that was going. I need to pre read these things. That's what I need to do. Because that right there, that was disgusting. Smile the Exile. Yes, what Spinal said. Davis does not advocate rape, he just encourages it. That's not true. Yes, the British Penguins did sing that song, and it was terrible. They shouldn't have done that.
There is no such thing as too much rape.
I don't know. There they are. But that bug behind you continues. The air feels as water, time frozen as you descend back to your body. Looking up to the white void closing itself, the small man pointing to a single scar on his neck as it disappears. Oh my God. You can't pre-read rape. That's why it's rape, says Mycroft Holmes. That's a good point. Not a bad point made by Mycroft Holmes. Davis, Davis, can you look up Sir Nils Olav? Oh boy. I always feel weird about looking things up. One of these days you guys are going to get me. Sir Nils Olav is a king penguin who resides in an Edinburgh zoo. He is the mascot and colonel-in-chief of the Norwegian King's Guard. This goddamn penguin? You know what this guy says as he's going through this parade.
Hello. I'll tell you something. There is no such thing as too much rape.
And he's like, goddamn right, penguin.
There is no such thing as too much rape.
Just walking down as the band plays. Oh, Lord. It is pretty adorable. You're right. Thanks for that. But that bug behind you continues. You think back to the night, how it felt around you, the air of strangeness and the scratching pens in the distance. It was all a fabrication, a farce placed over your world. Oh my God. It's going to be a dream. It was all a dream the whole time. Trucknut says, I was outranked by a bulldog in the Marine Corps. It happens. Look at this. Fucking gave him abs. Awesome. What's the story behind this guy? Let's find out. It's not as interesting as I thought when I was pre-reading this. But it certainly is interesting. My God, Twisted Smile. Giving us the rape story again. It's coming at us twice. That bug behind you continues. There are no creatures as the one you encountered. Life isn't as cruel and broken. The spheres being destroyed and the pole of might facing you down. Nothing real. There was no woman. Oh my gosh. The harsh truths. Totally not Mitzi. See you there. Welcome to the stream. This has been a weird one. The only thing it was missing was you, to be honest. I think everybody has been pulling the slack in your absence. Spinal Tap Taparoo says, fun fact, penguins throw other penguins into the sea to check if they're predators. Oh my god. Fucking assholes. That's right, Davis. Penguins are assholes. Notorious assholes. Thus their fascination with rape. I had no idea. Don't miss the story. Totally not Mitzi's opening Pandora's box on Monday. I don't know. Might be nothing in it. But we'll continue with that bug behind you. The creature was a child's dream, a copy of reality, traced over our reality. The woman was a boy under disguise, but not under intention, under a lack of God's understanding. What the fuck is going on? Story is it's gonna keep me up at night, wondering what the hell is going on. There was a part of the story you missed, a paragraph above that one. What? Really? I don't think I did. There must be continuity. I think I got them all. Did I get them all? All right. Thank you, Jessica. But we'll continue. The false god creating a sick world for you to live in, to be tormented by creatures with gnawing teeth and bugging eyes, all poles erect as to attack you at any moment, cold and dark. There's very little rape in this story, I must say. I'm really invested in this story now. Even with no rape? going to do some highlights over here. Will give us an opportunity to take some textural elements a little more seriously. But we'll continue with our story. You scream, you shout. What god would simply place you in a world as you were without so much as your knowing? Who were the short men? Why was the scar so important for the one to point it out? I don't know, Mittens. I don't know what these people are on about. This whole thing with the penguins and this whatever they're saying, I don't understand it myself. In fact, I disavow the whole thing. It's probably something Spinal Taparoo came up with. Penguins, midgets, and Worski. Oh my. Time for an advertiser break here on the Night Beast, but let me leave you to ponder how much rape is too much. Apparently, there is no such thing. Carry on. Oh, think truck nuts. I was worried about that myself. I didn't want to take a penguin's word for it. It seemed a little ridiculous. But if you're telling me there's no such thing as too much, well, you've never lied to me before. But we'll continue with our story. Have I forsaken you? No, that bug behind you says, you look around you. What was the receipt? What was the point? Am I back to where I was? Am I still in the same dark world with the creatures only at bay? I contemplated. Hmm. Spinal Tap Taparoo. From crazy stories to hooves to traps with maximum dongas to raping to raped penguins. It's been a wild ride. Then totally not Mitzi says Davis is going in my next rape video. Hmm. Thanks. I'm gonna assume you mean rap video. That you're a rapper. But we'll continue with the story. It was then I looked at my watch. It was weeks before the incident. I had gone back in time. Why? What purpose? What was the reason for the receipt? What did it say? What was PayPal? Oh my god. Internet slap fight referee says, remember kids, it's not rape if you jump up behind someone and yell, surprise butt sex. No, 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 no. That still counts as rape, sir. It's very much in the terms of service. Magnum Dong rap video? I don't like that at all. It's ma'am? My God. Can't keep you all separate. All right, I'll remember that you're a female internet slap fight referee. Such a feminine sounding name as well. Can't believe I got it wrong. Minecraft Holmes. Welcome to the rape stream with your host Davis. Yeah, this one's getting age restricted, I think. Spinal Tap Taparoo. Also, if you sneak up behind someone and stick your dong in them and yell, "It's Christmas," then it's not rape. You're terrible. It's not right. But we'll continue with our story. I came to the only conclusion I ever could. I ran to the direction of the north. I kept running, refusing to let my stamina stop me. Fire kicked from my heels, sweat burning away. Smile the Exile's going to prison. Can't believe it. Only just got to know the guy. Or maybe that too is a female. Who knows? Can't keep track of it all. The judge. Does that bug have talent or drive? It's got a mental condition, I think. But we will continue. I kept running. I had to. I knew my destiny. I needed answers. I needed to go back to the whiteness, to the answer, to the solution. No one should ever face what I had. Never again. My God, you think he'll ever get back? Do penguins quack? I don't know what they do. Something like that. Skilled at penguin conversation. Gotta say, I was hoping to get this thing finished tonight. Maybe I'm being too autistic with it. Putting too many details. Just having fun with it. But we will continue with our story. As I ran, I flew above the pavement. Light slowly lagging, lines taking over the colors of the world, the blur re-emerging and the whiteness returning. I did it! My drive returning to me! Okay. He's done it. What are we at right now? 3 hours. I gotta be up early tomorrow morning. So we'll go on for maybe another 30 minutes. Another 30 minutes of penguin noises, apparently. Look up penguin noises. Penguins are screamers? Really? Probably when they're getting raped. Penguin noises.
Faites court.
That can't be right. Spinal Tap Taparoo, I see you saying good night. Thank you for stopping by. Do appreciate it. And one more thing.
There is no such thing as to...
Okay, we don't have to do that again. More penguin sounds. So I had no idea that penguins sounded like that. Obviously. That's pretty impressive. But we will continue with our story from that bug behind you. It was then I slowed, stopping as my body was again vanished. I looked ahead, seeing nothing but two figures. One, a woman in pigtails and a beard. The other, a small dog. Okay. American Gadfly. Only 30 more minutes, and I haven't even shown. And you haven't even shown nips yet? My God. We talk about nips anymore. Dad giving me a koala bear video. Yeah, have you guys heard what koala bears sound like? That's another mind fuck. But we'll continue with our story before we do koala bear noises. I came closer to the figures. They looked at me, meeting my gaze. They stopped their actions and walked to me. They knew my question and stopped me from asking. Totally not Mitzi. F this Thot. We've given her days and still haven't seen the damn nips. Okay. Let's do this koala bear real quick. Calm down. All right.
Yeah, poor little thing was kicked out of the tree. You can come to our tree. Poor little thing. There's plenty of trees. Come on.
Fuck him.
Hey.
This is my tree. The fuck off my tree, mate. Get the fuck out of here. You whine like a bitch. Alright, fuck off. Little fucking arms. Oh man. That's great. Thank you for that. A fucking pussy of a koala bear. Alright, we'll continue with our story from That Bug Behind You. We know your struggle. It happens too many times in this world. I apologize for what you had to deal with. They prey on my creations and other gods, such as me. They bastardize me. Oh my God. There's so much scope in this story. Oh, they bastardized them. I'm sorry. They bastardized them. Yeah, that fucking koala bear. At first, I felt bad for him, but I don't know. I think he was a bit of an asshole, bit of a pussy. But we will continue with our story. I asked if there was any way to stop them, who they were, what could be done about them, why they existed, and if they could be defeated. They stopped and looked away. Dad said he got back in the fucking tree. He already got his ass kicked, and he climbed the same tree. He just liked that tree. Yeah, he had no growl. His stones had not dropped. Ugh, my mouth is so dry. Someone needs to Photoshop a picture of Worski as a koala bear now. He stood his ground, says Crucial Bunny. Yep. Let's see where that got him. Was there a part of that video where they called the koala bear cops? Where he went to kangaroo court to talk to the judge about this infraction? We'll continue with our story. The woman in pigtails and a beard sat in silence, the dog sitting in her lap now speaking. God. This story has a talking dog? That's a bit ridiculous. I don't believe it now. Throwing off my suspension of disbelief. But we will continue with it at any cost.
The midget is called Optic, and he's a pussy. The sly one is Broski, and he's a faggot too. If you want me to do something about it, give the woman some DP, and maybe they'll stream about it.
Oh my god. That was a dog said? My god, the lore with this one. Punished Ed says this is better than Game of Thrones. It certainly has a lot of backstory and history and whatnot. Not as much incest though. Work on that. Mycroft Holmes. Davis stream lore for the win. Oh my god, try to keep up with this one. Dear God. You guys are gonna look like psychopaths if you leave this stream quoting anything that was said here. So I don't recommend it. Just keep this whole thing between us. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking, Jessica H. that is what you don't want to do anywhere else but here. But we'll continue with our story. So I took the best picture of my dick I could, and I gave it to the one known as Queen of Bands. She later streamed about it, and the god Optic cried and went away. I then went about my life. Oh, well, there you go. I'll just be quoting Kowarski. God, I would try to do the koala sound, but I'm afraid that would be, well, it would be ear rape to you. And as much as there's no such thing as too much rape, there's probably too much ear rape. I can concede to that. And one more time, there is. No, we don't need to do it. We don't need to do it again. Come on, penguins. Call a Kujin and make the koala sound. Okay. That would involve me calling a Kujin. But we will continue with our story. Later in life, I met the creature that started the incident. She was not manly or equipped with a mighty pole or a forehead the size of a small truck, but she still had a penis, so I left. Oh my god. What an epilogue. If only more stories were like that. I later met up with the girl in my elder years, and she had a penis, so I left. I now sit alone, contemplating my life and all that had happened. Jesus Christ. Fucking tracers. Such, huh? Fucking tracers. Fucking tracers. Minecraft calling you out a little bit. That was kind of the ending of True Grit, to be honest, fam. I see a penis, but I'm not telling you where, so you can't fix it. I will highlight when you are finished. God damn it, totally not Mitzi. She later broke into my house and tied me down in sleep, fucking me dry and giving me a hernia, the only comfort in the juices produced from her pre-ejaculate. All right, so we did get some rape. I assume. I assume it was not consensual. Thank you. Thank you for delivering on a promise. Don't let anybody tell you that that bug behind you will not deliver the rape, because he will, forcefully, and when you least expect it. God damn it. Now they're all finding penises everywhere. Blossom is a sex bot confirmed. I ban you all. Worski had it right. The worst thing about live streaming is the chat. Ban them all. I hope someone clips Storytime with Davis from beginning to end. No, nobody clips these streams. That would be insane. You think she has gun titties? It's possible. I'm just going to put it out there that she does not have gun titties. Don't ask me how I know. hog nipples? Hmm. Davis, you hound. Yo, hound dog, you. Davis, yo, hound dog. You probably only took this job just so you can get some gun titties. Can't really blame you. If I had a mind to do it, I'd do it myself. It's not true. I do it for the love of art. That bug behind you says, so now someone has to go back into the stream and compile the whole story so Davis can read it on the Kumite. You know what? If someone did compile the story, I would do that. Lord knows there's enough dead air where I could sit there and read your prose for 15 to 20 minutes. Totally not. Mitzi says Davis is gay. Oh my god. It's at least 20 minutes worth of content. Yeah. Davis is compiling a list of girls he is going to use to make his skin suit. Maybe. It's not a big deal. You act like you're opposed to the idea. What's your damage, Mitzi? I thought we were cool. Being a real buzzkill. You're being a real bad friend right now. I was going to let you wear the suit. Chucknut says dead air and Tonka are all that is left from the old Kumite. You keep your dirty mouth off of them. Totally not. Mitzi says, I have very old skin. No good for suiting. All right. You win this time. Won't be using your skin. Horse wearing people costume says, Davis, tell Mitzi about the short but passionate fling you've had with Anal Vape's friend. Oh my god. The one who calls you his daddy. I don't know what you're talking about. You dirty dog. We're having more boob controversy in there. Punish Dad, Jessica has saggy grandma tits. To which Jessica responds, Punish Dad has never touched a tit. Is that true, Punish Dad? Dirty dog. That bug behind you. Huh, the views seem to be skyrocketing after reading this fanfic. You seem to have the chart upside down, Davis. Well, Dedra Deddara Prime. I can't read that name. Dindari Prime. Welcome to the stream, says Davis. I am in awe of your talent, your ability to enhance the fact that Blossom is exceptionally gorgeous. Kudos, sir. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Mycroft Holmes says, great stream, Davis. Had a lot of fun. Do appreciate you stopping by, being a part of it. Remember, all the memes stay here. Don't take anything that was said in this stream anywhere else. They wouldn't understand. They would only judge you harshly. Yeah, we need to get out of here as well. So, all right, what we'll probably do tomorrow morning, if you guys want to do tomorrow morning, I don't know how many of you will be there, but I need to finish this thing off. So we'll do Phoebe Cates on Tuesday, I guess. We'll get back to doing her, and but in the meantime, we'll finish off Finding Blossom. I think we're doing a pretty good job with that. And but before we do that, let's check this out because I wanted you to see this. We did it all this on a new layer. So let's look at what we did yesterday and then what we did today. So a lot of it was highlights, putting the brightness in. Tomorrow we'll do some more detail work, more textural work, softening things, and doing the hair, all that shit. And maybe if we get some time, we'll put in some things in the background and try to clear it up. But maybe that's too much work in 2.5 hours. Who knows? But oh yeah, or we'll add hooves. We'll definitely try to add some hooves. All right, hoof dogs. All right, I'm sold. And don't soften the penis. All right, guys. Thanks so much for stopping by. I'll see you when I see you. Take care.
There is no such thing as too much rape.